Right, hello and welcome again. So, the purpose of this video is what I want to talk about. Why Newcastle United will not sign anybody this window. Yeah, shock horror. The reason why I believe that we will not sign anybody is what's happening with the situation down in London. Now, as a lot of us know, when the takeover went through, the clamps came on. Or should I say handcuffs? Yeah. Why? Because of what happened. You see, the deal for the club was a last minute ditch effort where a deal was made with beIN Sports. And it goes all the way back to that. Those down in London, i.e. Richard Masters and the rest of the board of the Premier League, didn't want another big player. So they did the best they could to make sure Newcastle would struggle. Now, we all know the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia has 790 billion available. But we're not allowed to spend. That's the honest truth. It's a harsh reality as well. It's like I said in a few of my songs, break the shackles. So what I'm going to say to you is this. I don't believe Newcastle United will bring anybody in unless they are loan to buy. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? Considering how we went for Mark Gahey and Crystal Palace did what any other team would do. Up the price because it's Newcastle United. Crazy and insane as that is, that's the way it is. Now, I've just finished watching Paul Ditchburn and I was quite surprised watching his video from today, earlier on. It's the first time I've saw Paul swear. But a lot of fans are feeling very, very frustrated. Now, there's a lot of things, but I'm going to narrow them down to help you understand. A couple of things I said years ago when I was leaving a platform which I will not go back to because the toxicity of that platform. But what I'm meaning is this. I gave a multi-point plan. This multi-point plan was so that our club could generate huge funds, but it hasn't been done. So I'm thinking of doing it myself. And it will take me approximately 8 weeks because our squad is pretty big. And I'm not going to put these ones on OpenSea. No. They're going to go on other platforms, and I will post a link to where they are once they're done. Now, one of the things is this, right? How does our club boost its revenue? Sponsorship of training ground, sponsorship of other things within Newcastle United. Because that's one of the things which I was saying about break the shackles. Our players, first team. Now they have done phenomenal. Yes, they have. One thing though, we're not at the finish line. Not by a long shot. There are 16 games left in our Premier League season and 2 cups. The Carabao Cup, where in February, which isn't far away, we have Arsenal up at St James's Park. It is a must-win game. Imperative. So our players not only have to be switched on from the very second they touch the pitch to get us to Wembley. That's it for that. And when I sang the song, Are You Brave Enough? That's what we got to be. Because those down in London have made it quite plain. We cannot use the spending power of our owners. Crazy and insane, yes. Now, going back to earlier videos where there's not just Paul Ditchburn concerned. There are many others concerned as well. So what I've done is this. When I'm watching a video from a lot of my fellow Newcastle United YouTube channels, I watch the whole lot. That includes the adverts, by the way. Why? Because it helps the other channel. And I myself have adverts in my videos. So I'm trying to pass on the baton, saying that when I watch your video, I watch it from the beginning all the way through. So, 16 games. I want Newcastle United to win. And I want them to win big style. Now, in February, we have Arsenal, who we must defeat. But in between, we have Southampton, we have Fulham, and like I said earlier, they are must-win games. And please, Newcastle United, clean sheet. Very, very important. Now, the reason why I'm on about this is because there's a lot of concern amongst our fan base. And am I concerned? No. I believe in the players. I believe that Anthony Gordon is going to get more goals. Bruno is going to get more goals. Alexander Isak is going to score more goals. Now, those players I've mentioned in my songs, if they chip in, brilliant. As long as we keep a clean sheet. That's a hard thing to do. Very hard, because the Premier League is the hardest league in the world. But I will not cease the faith I have in the badge. Why? I was born and bred a Geordie. And doesn't matter what anybody says. And I'm including Dave Aiken, Martin It's Me, Keith, and others. I know where my roots are. So, yeah, there hasn't been many videos from me. That is quite correct. I have a problem which I have to visit hospital to get fixed. Fingers crossed. Then move forward. Now, one of the things I mentioned in my videos, going back to late December, early January, I did mention about the car, the Ford Mondeo, about getting Susan back on the road. Now, the reason why I mentioned in my video about a garage that is capable of doing an MOT is I was watching a video, and in that video it spoke about your rear brake pipes. Well, apparently it's an absolute pain in the backside of changing your brake pipes without lowering your rear subframe. Now, the pipes themselves don't cost a lot of money. However, you need to have specialist equipment, which is where the MOT garage comes in. And I've seen the likes of Matt Armstrong, BMX, Chris Slicks, and other people who have used garages where they let them use their tools, their premises, to solve an issue. Now, for the Mondeo to get back on the road, she needs a clean MOT. So what that means is this: headlights, the brake pipes, exhaust, and then she can go back on the road, and that means that I can travel back up home to Newcastle upon Tyne, and then when I'm back up home I can come to St James's Park and I can meet you. So this is what I'm looking forward to. And somebody mentioned before a few hours ago about YouTube subscribers dropping. Well, here's the thing. In life, sometimes you gain, and in life, sometimes you drop. Now, tomorrow, if I can, I will do a video from outside. In that video, I will be at QMC. That way, these get sorted. What I think may happen is issued drops to begin with, which is going to be an absolute pain, because when I used to put the drops into my mum's eyes, sometimes you have to do it a certain way. What I would prefer, if they can do it, is a spray. But that might not be available. One thing is certain though, as I spoke to Universal Credit earlier, I want to come off that. So as we move forward towards February, March, April, onto May, I will try and update you the very best I can and produce more videos. The hope is between now and Christmas of 2025, I will get through another 1,000 videos, because there's lots of things to show you. There is the coding, which I haven't done because of the eyes and the stress of that's caused. But it's still there. It's still on the computer. Now, the hope is that the two games I mentioned, which are coming up, i.e. Southampton away, and then Fulham back up at St James's Park. Newcastle United gets the 6 points. Nothing else, in my personal point of view, is going to be acceptable, because the Champions League spot. Games are running out, whether you wish it or not. They are running out, and we have to capitalise and push. Even if it means that no players, apart from loan players, come into Newcastle. And the hope is, after I've done these new digital art, the hope is the club will realise, because I spoke about this a long time ago, and at the time a few people on the other platform, the toxic one, said that NFTs are dead. No, they're not. They're slowed down, but no, they're not dead. And that is my point, because you can get them on Coinbase, you can get them on Binance, you can get them on crypto.com. So why would 3 platforms, and that's just 3 I'm naming, have these? And there's other platforms as well. So to all you wonderful people out there, we have to keep the faith, and we have to believe in our first team. Yes, it's going to be hard. It's the Premier League. What do you expect? But the one thing I will say is this to Paul Mitchell. You've been brought in to get deals done. Sort things out, because the fans are getting restless. Me personally, I am not, because I believe, and there's nothing that anybody can say will stop me from believing that our games ahead, that we cannot push towards third or even higher. It's about our players at the end of the day. They are the ones who will push us over that line. So, to all you beautiful people out there, thank you very much for being here, watching my video, and I'm going to be sharing this on other platforms where you may not even be on those platforms. Yeah, there's lots of fair social media. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Please subscribe, and the best bit of all, tell your family, tell your friends, and when you go to work, tell your workmates. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.